Actually, I have a book, Thoughts of My Mind, Heart, and Soul, that I have available tonight, but the piece that I'm going to do is going to tell you about my life, but in order for you to understand, I did 12 years in the military, 6 years in active duty, and 6 years in the National Guard, and I am also a graduate of West Point, so I did 4 years there. So the piece that I'm going to do is called These Lies Are My Life. In August 2005, what I lost was found. What I was no more. You see, to understand my lines in me, you must glimpse at how I came to be. Love was mixed with one part black man, one part Asian. These two parts making me whole. But that happiness would be no more. When that happy bride entered foreign soil, she faced a war greater than any soldier's soul. There was no love when the only son returned with precious gifts of a girl and boy, whom he blessed with family namesakes, which to me was the greatest mistake. They assumed that that little Asian lady knew nothing was nothing. But she heard all the whispers, all the taunts, all the ugliness. She heard them all say that her children would be nothing, would have nothing. But what I couldn't understand was how the oppressed could oppress, how the hated could hate, how a minority can represent the same that generations fought so hard to rise above. But beyond that, how grandparents could forsake what was their own to love, not break. My life was on the line. I had to prove what was rightfully mine. So I strived to prove them wrong. But what I didn't know was that no varsity letters in the world, no academic achievements, no titles of president would open the doors of their still hearts. That period in my life was dark. It left an indelible mark. Because my true grandmother, my mother's mother, who never laid eyes on me, went to God, you see. Now the honor of my selection was cheapened by a cousin's remarks. That I would have to give some in order to get some. That I didn't have what it takes to be a proud U.S. officer. That more hurt to injury to my grandparents, I gave an invitation to my graduation for them to witness how well their little girl excelled, hoping to lay aside all the pain inside, but they ran. So I broke bread with my true family and friends. Now the academy, I did graduate. An officer, I did make. But little did I know was that my life was still on the line. When I married, many dreams I slowly buried, bearing the burden of army leader and breadwinner. But while doing God's will, by fighting for that life inside, evil spread through and wide, through his drugs and his delinquency. So a single mother was I destined to be. So I began to write, to not lose this fight. And a fight it was, because self-defense was protocol when men resort to breaking laws by laying on me unloving hands, along with their unlawful demands. So that brings me back to why I gotta write. I have to write, because these lines are my life. My Creator opened my eyes and my heart to find and make a brand new start. The ink was all the tears that would cry no more. The paper was the memories of what would be no more. The words were weapons for fists that would defend no more. My Creator has this plan. And 33 years ago, it began with that little lady from Japan. So when my words seem soft, but the message so deep, listen to the thoughts that I want her. Listen to the burdens of my soul. But don't give me any sympathy, because this story is my life. I gotta write. I have to write, because these lines are my life.